Hey there, it's Aaron Jackson coming to you today. And what I want to show you today is a classic fiddle tune that's great for flat picking guitar called June Apple. The version of this that I'm playing is pretty much note for note from Doc Watson. And the version that I originally learned this from Doc playing it was originally called Foundations, the Doc Watson instrumental guitar collection. It was kind of like a greatest hits thing on CD that I got a long time ago. I think the original album is called Good Deal, like Doc Watson in Nashville. But I'll link down to it in the bottom of the video. And this is just one of those tunes that just kind of has it all. The melody is fairly simple, but it's great for developing your technique, your timing, your vocabulary, and your repertoire, which is what you always want to be. Where all four of those elements are really important when you're doing bluegrass lead guitar, and this tune kind of has all of those. So, like I said, the melody is fairly simple here that he plays, but of course, Doc just absolutely shreds it. It's just fast and clean, and it's awesome. So wherever you're at, you can practice this as slow as you need to. Use a tool like the strum machine, which is great. You can practice it as slow as you need to, and you can also use this tune to really build some chops and build some speed. So you heard me play it at the beginning of the video. Let me kind of jump into the main part of the A section of June Apple here, and it's going to go like this. We'll do... Okay, so it's a fairly simple melody, and you can hear the chords on this. Okay, just kind of going in between your G and F shapes. The chords are technically A and G. So again, at the very beginning of this A part, let's come in with a little hammer on, and then for the rest of this part, that's just down, up, 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 down. Okay? Just straight alternate picking on that. Do a hammer on at the beginning, or Doc does a hammer on at the beginning. So we'll do a little hammer on at the beginning, but then the rest of those will be picked. You know? Okay, so that's kind of how that little part. And then this next part here. Now what I do on here, on this part to make it just a little bit easier, or at least for me, is I think Doc picks all of that. I throw a little pull off in there, so like. Okay, so instead of picking all of that, I'll do down, up, pull off, and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. So I do a pull off right there. That's just a little easier for me to play. I can get a little bit more speed doing that way, or doing it that way. That's just a little easier for me instead of... But you can try, you know, whichever way works for you. But for me, I'm just able to get that just a little bit faster with that pull off in there. Okay. And then we go back to that exact same phrase, and then we'll end it with so that last phrase. And folks, that's the A part. We just repeat that. last little phrase you can, or you can throw in. It doesn't really matter. I mean, that's a very subtle variation on that. All right, so let me go all the way through the A part here. That is the A part there. Okay, so let's go into the B part. And the B part, let me just jump into it here. So the first little phrase on our B part, so I think I only throw one hammer on in there, right here. Okay, and then we'll come over to, okay, and then that little phrase, because the chords on that part, it goes from, again, I'm speaking in shapes, not in actual chords here. It goes from F to C. So, okay. So, one more time, that second phrase. And then, okay, so that is kind of the first half of the B part. We'll go back in and play that pretty much the same way. The only thing that will change is like the very end, and we'll do. At the very end, instead of going down that little kind of G arpeggio, if you will, we'll and just leave it like that. So one more time, let me go all the way through the B part here. We'll do. And there we have it, a very Doc Watson style version of the classic fiddle tune June Apple. So just one more time, I played it at the beginning of the video, but let me go ahead and play it again here. Whole thing, A part twice, B part twice, up to tempo. I think this is at about 130 beats a minute along with the strum machine. this is a great tune for developing your repertoire in this style, because there's hundreds of these little fiddle tunes. There's a bunch of there's a very extensive standard repertoire of tunes in bluegrass that are great to know, and this is one of them. And it's also good for developing your vocabulary, because a lot of these passages are lead lines that you can use in other places in bluegrass. Very usable stuff, and there's variations on the. There's a bunch of variations on this stuff. So a lot of these passages are great for, again, developing that vocabulary. It's great for developing your technique, and it's great for developing your timing. I really recommend using something like the Strum Machine app while you're working on this tune. Anyway, check out the Doc Watson version of this down below. He just lights it up. He shreds this. It's so cool. Listen to that. And then just use this tune to develop your technique, to develop your timing, to build your speed, to build your chops, and to just, add this to your repertoire of these fiddle tunes. And if you'd like to watch another video that goes great along with this one, check this one out where I teach you how to play Bill Monroe's Wheelhouse for flat picking guitar. And it's another one of those great tunes that's really good for developing technique. So as always, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you next time.